during those 3-4 months when you had a break, would this book have been possible without that break?
No, book would not have been. That break, sometimes God tells you good things in life. If God had not given me this break, I don't think I would have written this book. You need to take a break from 24-hour news to write a book. So in a way, it was good for me that I got this 3-4 months.
It hadn't been for that break, this book wouldn't have been a reality.
I would have tried, but I don't think I would have finished it in 3 or 4 months. It would have taken longer. And I don't think I would have spent the kind of emotional energy that I invested in writing the book.
While reading also all the chapters, there is a subtle sense that you get, you are always, while dealing in those last days, you are practically taking on the richest man in India.
No, I am not taking on anyone. That's not true. I have not taken on anyone in this book in terms of the...
Or you had to battle it out.
No, I have not battled it out. I have stuck to what I believe is right and wrong. I am not, I believe that we have one life to lead. So just do what you think is right. And I believe that as a senior editor, if tomorrow I am going to be invited to a seminar on independent media, free media and all, then I must also stand up for those principles that I claim when I talk in a gathering.
You have written a very beautiful chapter about social media also and how it was nicely used by the team Modi. Your relationship with Twitter has created frictions lately, from that tweet of Nemo to the Saraswat tweet. Twitter is doing more harm than good?
It's true. Twitter is a double-edged sword. I have used Twitter to promote my book. But you make comment. Look, the Nemo tweet was clearly innocuous. But okay, maybe people thought that that it was directed at Mr. Modi. It was not. My dog's name is Nemo, and he was named many years ago. He's named after a fish, and my daughter's favorite movie called Finding Nemo. Nothing to do with Narendra Modi. My tweet on Saraswats was a simple tweet, that these two people who have been elected are both Saraswats. It's a proud moment for Saraswats, proud for Goa. People are now saying, but you are being casteist. They are entitled to their opinion. I was trying to make a point of fact. The fact is that they are both Saraswats.
Don't you think that pride factor created
that bitterness? There is nothing wrong in community pride. You must have pride in your community. At the same time, you must never use that pride in your community against someone else. That is when it becomes dangerous. But there is nothing wrong. Chandrakant Kini has written a book on Saraswats. Are we going to say that? And in that book also he talks about Saraswats who have achieved, talks about pride in Saraswats. Is that casteism? I don't think so. This is historical fact.
The basic argument that came from all the people who are criticizing is that this is not expected from Rajdeep Sardesai.
That is okay. You can expect, Rajdeep Sardesai can also be politically incorrect sometimes. I also may have, look, I agree that maybe the wording could have been better. I am not trying to deny that. That is the problem in Twitter, is it's 140 characters. I am not a casteist person, and while I may have made that point, I just thought it was interesting that out of 4 cabinet ministers, 2 had been appointed, both were Saraswats from Goa. That's all. I did not want to make any other point. Now, that has been interpreted to say casteism. That's unfortunate.
Right-wing supporters always perceived you as their opponent in spite of trying to be neutral as much possible on screen. Why did that happen, and how do you feel with such kind of perceptions?
Perceptions are there. That is, I think, primarily after 2002 and the coverage of Gujarat. People, right-wing, feel that I have taken on Modi. I am not. But I will question Mr. Modi for 2002. That's my job as a journalist. Now, if that is to be interpreted by the right wing that I am anti-right, anti-Modi, that is their lookout. Frankly now, I am a journalist. As a journalist, I look at every individual event from what I see. 2002, I questioned Modi. 2014, I am also in this book praising the way Modi ran his campaign.
Correct.
So, in fact, some people are saying you are too generous towards Modi. Now, what do they have to say? In fact, Congress people are more upset with this book than BJP people. So, how these people, all politicians are the same. When you praise them, they are happy with you. When you criticize them, they abuse you.
But this culture of bhakts, as you call him, why is that developing, and why it was not there a decade ago?
This bhakt culture is developing because we are treating our leaders like gods. When I see some of the people watching Modi in a rally, they are looking at him as if he is an avatar of Vishnu. I am not going to see him as avatar of Vishnu. I am seeing him as another politician. But we have created this culture wherein we are treating our politicians like gods. That is why this bhakti culture is coming. And that is why tolerance levels are going down.
Another complaint from the right wing is that you are always little soft towards the center left.
I am not soft at all. This book is proof. As I said, Congress and Rahul Gandhi or whoever are should be much more upset with this book than Narendra Modi. But for me, if Narendra Modi and Rahul Gandhi are both upset with the book, I will be even happier. If you read chapter 1, Modi will be unhappy. If you read chapter 2, Rahul will be unhappy. That is the truth of this book.
During this entire television career of yours, which will be the most exciting episode and which will be the most bitter episode?
It's difficult to say which is most exciting and which is most best. Certainly 2002 Gujarat was, because of the high profile nature, something that I will always stay with me. Covering live elections will always stay with me. I don't know what I would call the most disappointing. Obviously, what has happened in the last few months has been difficult for me to deal with at one level, but you live with it. You live only one life to live.
Cash for votes?
Cash for votes, I mentioned in the book. It's an episode where I
could... A learning experience or a bitter experience?
It's a bitter and a learning experience. I learned that you cannot get too close to a party when you are covering a story about politics. You have to maintain a distance. I've learned that. It's a bitter lesson.
Last thing, after reading this book, because as you also said, many of the people said that you have treated Modi with a very neutral sense in this book. Do you think Narendra Modi will give you interview after reading this book now?
I did not write this book for any interview with Mr. Modi. This book has enough about Mr. Modi which is dark and which is critical of him. It has things which is praising him. Depends what chapter he wants to read. If he reads the chapter where he is praising, he will be happy. If he reads the chapter where he is criticized, he won't be happy. I will send him a copy of my book. That's all I am going to do. Interview is up to him, not up to. I will be very happy if he gives me an interview. But this book was not written to get an interview.
Why did you think he did not give it during election?
Narendra Modi and I go back a long way. We have gone through ups and downs. I know him well. He knows me well. I think prerogative to give an interview is his, not mine. He remains someone who I like to observe as a politician. I have enjoyed observing Mr. Modi's rise as a pure journalistic observer.
The last thing, a fan of yours told me to ask you this question. Have you written this book as a journalist or have you written this book as an independent observer of politics?
I have written it as both. I believe a journalist is an independent observer of politics. Journalists are not. I have told a story. That's why I have not judged. I am leaving it to the reader to judge these people. I have told a story as honestly as possible. I have not tried to hide anything. I have told the story as I see it. Those who have liked the book have liked the fact that someone finally is telling a story. In India, we only want to give gyan. We only want to give our own opinion. I am giving the story.
How does it feel to be, last question, how does it feel to be called as author Rajdeep Sardesai?
It's very, I enjoy the idea. I am being invited now to literary festivals. And I enjoy the idea that people are reading the book. The book is doing well. It's being translated in Marathi next month. It's going in Hindi also next month. I hope it will go into every Indian language, including Konkani.
So, last thing, I would love you to sign this.
Thank you. With best wishes to Pramod and team. I hope everybody buys the book. That's all. Every Goan should buy it.
Everybody should buy it.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
A big hand, please. A big round of applause.
There were two instances. One is in April 2002. Mr. Parrikar will remember it well. 2:30 in the afternoon. BJP National Executive was going on at Hotel Marriott. And as I write in the book, it was a strange sort of national executive because there were some German ladies dressed in bikinis by the swimming pool. And these old RSS people were trying to avoid them to go to the room. So it was quite interesting, that contrast between old RSS men and Goa where there were some bikini-clad women by the swimming pool. And it always struck me. But at 2:30 that afternoon, Brajesh Mishra, who was the Prime Minister's principal secretary and whom I had a good relationship with, I rang him up to say, sir, is Mr. Modi being asked to quit by the Prime Minister? Because this was just 2 months after the Gujarat riots. And he said, yes, Rajdeep, Prime Minister has made up his mind. Modi has to go. So I said, sir, can I flash it? That time there were fewer channels. So he said, wait for 2 hours. I will confirm it in 2 hours. 2 hours later, when I rang him up, he said, Rajdeep, I don't think Mr. Modi is being asked to go. I said, what happened? He said, no, the party doesn't want him to go. Mr. Advani has overruled Mr. Vajpayee. But I said, Mr. Vajpayee is Prime Minister? He said, yes, Mr. Vajpayee is the Prime Minister. But please understand, he's not necessarily the #1 person in our party. So suddenly in the space of 2 hours, between 2:30 and 4:30, Mr. Modi, who was to be sacked by the Prime Minister, stayed on. And that, just imagine, if that day Mr. Modi had been removed as Gujarat Chief Minister, he would not have been where he is today. So luck and Goa played an important part. Then he comes to Goa again in 2013 June, where Mr. Parrikar is in the front line of nominating him as their campaign in charge first. So Goa has played, and Goa and Marriott Hotel, because both these things happened in Marriott Hotel. In 2002 April also, Parrikar was saved in, Mr. Modi was saved in Marriott Hotel, and 2013 he was made campaign in charge. So I think when he, if he continues for many more years, he should make sure that there is a plaque in his name somewhere in Marriott Hotel. But look at the irony of life. Mr. Advani saved Mr. Modi. Mr. Advani was the person who fought for Mr. Modi in 2002 April against Mr. Vajpayee. And today Mr. Advani has been pushed into the Margdarshak Mandal. That's life. That's how politics changes.